afternoon. How's everybody doing today? We're going to wait just a moment as usual so that I'm not talking to myself. And then we're going to have some fun with Barbara Gordon today. I hope everybody's doing awesome. I thought it was going to rain all day, but the sun is out and it's warm. It's really warm, actually. And while we're waiting for people to jump on, hey, Norma. Just in case you haven't been into the store, because I'm not going to have much time after Barbara's done to, do what I normally do and show you all the new fabric and all that fun stuff. I'll just do it right now. So this new line came in. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. And I am obsessed with it. It's this Japanese inspired, let me get the actual name right for you here. It is Japanese Garden. It's very fitting. It is absolutely gorgeous. Here, let me look at this line. Isn't that pretty? Good afternoon from Indiana. Good afternoon from Kentucky. Hi, Indiana. And hi, Darby. Good afternoon. I think I said good morning earlier. It feels like morning, but it is afternoon, and I hope everybody is doing awesome. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to flip the camera around because this is all about Barbara today. We're going to sew with Barbara. How you doing, Barbara?
I'm doing great. How about you, Josh? You doing good?
Yeah, doing well.
Well, good. How's everybody out there in TV land or Facebook land?
Facebook land?
Yeah.
Internet land?
Right.
It seems like they're doing well. At least Norma is from Indiana.
All right. Good deal.
And by the way, I am using a microphone today, so if there's any issues with volume, as usual, please let us know so I can adjust. Okay. What are we going to do today?
We're going to machine quilt in the hoop, in the embroidery hoop.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's not a hard process, but it does take a little finessing to make sure that you start and stop at the right points. We do have these books and these patterns that are available if anybody is interested on how to do this, but we're going to be having some classes on how to do this as well. So, because I don't want to just throw somebody here, take this pattern and figure it out yourself.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, right. It's not going to happen. We're going to take care of you, and we're going to make sure that you know how to do it.
Awesome.
Now, I would recommend, though, if you're doing this, that you not necessarily put a big quilt in the hoop. Now, one thing that happens is if you put a big quilt in the hoop, first of all, it takes a long time to do it. The second thing is that they're very heavy and they can pull on your embroidery unit and cause the pins in the embroidery unit to malfunction.
It'll throw it off.
Right. And just ask me how I know that.
Trial and error. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're saying, and you might get into it, you're saying, in other words, do the embroidery before you apply it to...
No. What I'm saying is, don't let your quilt be so heavy and hang down. You've got to hold it up.
Oh,
you got to put it over an ironing board. You got to put it on something to keep it from falling down and pulling on your embroidery unit while you're quilting in the hoop.
Got it.
And so there's several packs of this kind of stuff that's available. There's also some websites that you can go to and download designs. One of them is sweetpea.com and juju.com. They have some really good patterns. But we do have these available, and this lady is the person who invented this process, and she does a really good job of explaining exactly what you need to do.
Edge-to-edge quilting.
Right.
On your embroidery machine. Very cool.
Yeah, right. Now let me show you right here, Josh. This is a quilt that we began, we haven't finished it yet, but we began quilting in the hoop. And this pattern is called Vines and Berries.
Vines and Berries, wow, that's cool.
So we'll finish that up. I'm actually teaching someone how to do this by using this quilt. So it really looks good. It's a neat process, and it's so simple to do, and you can do it on your own embroidery machine.
Quilting with an embroidery machine, I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, Walter.
Okay, we have also this pattern, this quilt. This is a table runner, and you can't see the quilting very well, but if you look in this area here where it's lighter fabrics, you can see where the quilting was done on it. and this was done in the hoop, and this is a table runner. And so now
I love that fabric. You made a full quilt. Oh, right there.
it's right behind you, Josh.
With the same pattern.
Right.
Or with the same fabric.
Right. This is called Night Sky, and as you can tell, the fabrics, these are made with primarily with Tula Pink and K-Facet fabrics.
Yeah.
And this is the quilt that I messed up my embroidery unit in because I let it drag down too far, and it pulled on the unit and the pins popped. And so I called our technician and said, "Your friendly pest is here again." And he's like, "Oh, great, so nice to hear from you. What's wrong this time?"
Yeah, right. He was happy to hear from you.
Oh yeah, he was just
We
thrilled.
gotta keep him busy.
That's right. So anyway, if you get a quilt this big, you've got to hold it up. You can't let it drag down because the weight of it will mess up your embroidery unit. So keep that in mind if you're going to quilt something this big, and expect it to take a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Patience is a virtue.
it is. In doing this, you have to have patience. But I mean, it looks great, and you can't complain about it. I mean, the only thing that you've got plenty of time, then you can do it.
Hopefully you guys can see that quilting. Hopefully the camera's picking it up, but it is awesome. And this is the table runner that she was just talking about.
Okay, now I'm going to.
What are we sewing on today? by the way?
We've just got a quilt sandwich.
All right, but I meant the machine. You're on the XP2.
Oh, I'm on the XP2, which is the Illuminaire, and oh, what a beautiful machine this is! I love it.
It is, and is that the new sash frame?
It is.
Yeah, if you guys have not seen the new sash frame, the magnetic sash frame, excuse me, for this machine, it is awesome.
It is, and believe me, those magnets will hold anything.
Yeah, they're strong.
They are extremely strong, and you get a little tool with it to take the magnets off. It's so strong you can't really get them off.
Oh, wow.
So and then I went and left my little tool at home. So today it was fun getting them on here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we want to put our needle down and pull our fabric up from the bottom. And the reason you want to do that is just brings a little tail up in you. That's fine.
Is it the bobbin?
Right, as you can see it right there, Josh. See right in there, that little bitty tail.
I don't know. Yeah, the camera might be able to pick that up.
But,
yeah, you've got just the tail of your bobbin thread.
Right, but you want to pull the bobbin thread up so it doesn't leave extra strings on the back. Now,
similar to when you're long arm.
right,
quilting.
that's correct. So we're going to put the.
Are you impressed yet? I knew that.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the go button. It's going. I want to stop it right there, and that's where it's going to start. And if you look on the screen, I don't know how well you can see it, but this is the start point, and when you quit, that's the stopping point. And so whenever you rehoop it, then you've got to line it up. So this is the start point for the next hooping. So I'm going to do this again and pull the thread up, okay? And then I'm going to, it takes just a minute, oh well, 3 minutes to stitch this out. So I'm going to stitch this out and let you see what's going on here. And I've got dark thread in this white fabric so you can see what's going on. Oh well, it says that the thread's not threaded right. Well, we'll go from there.
You have to rethread it.
Oh yeah, the thread came out.
Yeah,
Yay!
which is inevitable. I've learned it doesn't matter what machine you have. At some point, you're gonna get the dreaded rethread your machine.
Okay, and I love the needle threader on this thing.
I was gonna say the quickness of which you just threaded that machine is incredible.
It's easy to thread, and when you come down here, you hook it on that little hook, and then it comes over to these two mechanisms here, and you bring it around and cut it. Then you reach over here to this little button that has a needle with a thread through it, and you pop that thing, and
It's gonna move.
yeah, there we go. There's the threading. So it's fabulous. Okay.
Now the cool thing of this is
How you doing?
Good. How are you
doing a
doing?
Facebook Live. You want to be in? You want to be in the?
It's nice
to
to
be in
see
the
you.
live video.
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay.
Well, that's what we're doing here, and
Oh,
so
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
So
That's
the
all right.
beauty of what I was going to say, the beauty of this is that she has to go back a few stitches, and so it's so simple.
so hit the little button that brings up these numbers, and that means you go back 100 or forward 100 to 10 or 1 or 1,000. So I'm going to go back 10 at a time to see. I want to start it right about, so it's right about where I stopped it a few minutes ago.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so I'm going to start it again right here. And it started right on target.
The camera can pick up what she's doing here. Hey Pam, hey Juanita.
Well, I'll be gone.
I'll be darned.
This thread,
Check and rethread. Well, so
I'm
you
going
guys
to
are
change
curious.
thread.
Yeah, we're going to change thread. See here, check and rethread the up here. So if you don't have a brother machine and you're not familiar, probably poor choice of terminology, but I always say that it's dummy proof, because what's beautiful about it, it will tell you what you need to do or what is going wrong. These machines are really user friendly. You're going to go with the purple? I like the purple.
Yeah, I like purple. So we're using purple threads.
So while Barbara is rethreading that machine, let me hit that for you. Rethreading that machine, we have some sales going on right now, as usual. We've got fabric sales at our Clarksville location and at our Westport Road location, and of course at our Quilt Quarters store in Carmel. We've got 25% off going on right now, and keep an eye on the email. If you're not already subscribed to our email list, go to our website and subscribe, because you'll get an email with all the details. But we're going to do the end of the bolt, the 40% off, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. I won't tell you when it is yet, but it's coming again soon. We just had it, and we blew out tons of fabric, which is awesome because that leaves room for more fabric. So, so the website, sewvacauthority.com, or you can go to quiltquarters.com and just register your email right there, and then you'll get the email that has all of our specials and coupons and discounts and classes that Barbara's going to offer, and that Pam's going to offer, and that Harriet's going to offer, and Linda, and everybody. So hopefully that will keep you in the know. I think we're ready to rock, so I'm going to stop talking.
Well, let's go back here to where we were.
Might be ready to rock. I'm trying a different spool of thread here.
Okay, so I'm going to just start here and go over where we just went.
And we'll cross our fingers. And if we have technical difficulties, we may have to do a little bit of adjusting.
And this one is called Circles and Stars.
You can see why it's called Circles and Stars. Isn't that funny how certain spools of thread, the same exact brand, just won't work?
Well, that was not the same brand as this.
Oh, you're right. We won't say who that was. But yeah, you're right.
This brand is much better, I feel.
Yeah, Barbara and I tend to agree on most things, and Isacord thread is one of them. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Not only is this XP2 and the XP1, if you happen to have an XP1, there's an upgrade available that will literally turn your machine into the XP2. But these Luminaire machines are obviously known for the illumination feature, the embroidery side of things, but they are also insane quilting machines and sewing machines. The throat space is enormous, and they really give you a lot of space to do quilting and sewing, not only embroidery. By the way, speaking of this machine, we do have a bundle going on right now, because I think we have one of these left. See my finger? Literally one of these left, with an insane bundle going on right now. So give us a call or come in and see us if you are interested.
Is it?
You want to know what the bundle is?
Yeah.
All right. So you get, well, it's a lot of stuff. So how much time we got?
No,
No, I'm just playing.
maybe
So,
we don't have that
well,
much time.
one, it's on sale, which I cannot tell you what the price is on here for obvious reasons. I like my job. But we have, so you get the luggage with it, which means the suitcase so that you can take it with you for when you bring it in for service or if you're going on retreats or what have you. It comes with software. There is an actual little bundle inside of the overall bundle that has thread and stabilizer and needles, all sorts of things with it. And then of course the magnetic hoop that Barbara is actually using right now is a part of that as well, which,
oh, nice.
from what I've heard, this magnetic hoop, I haven't actually got to use it myself, is by far the greatest
Oh, it's fabulous.
to date. Yeah,
It
I've
is
heard that from
fabulous.
numerous people.
It is fabulous.
Of course, you get the free mastery classes with it as usual, because we want to make sure that we give you the education on any machine that you purchase from us. And like I said, there's only one of these left, so if you are interested, if you've been in the market, now is the time to do it, because we also offer 0% financing for 60 months. Let me repeat, 60 months. 60. Alright, now we're cooking. It's pretty thick.
Well, yeah, it's got a batting and 2 layers of cotton.
Right. Thank you. Is that what a quilt is made of? See you laughing at me.
Well, y'all, it's a good thing that Josh has a good sense of humor.
I wouldn't make it here a long time.
Okay, it's getting close to finishing. You can see on the screen the little pointer is showing exactly where it's going. So it's just about finished with this.
You can see right here. Now, not right now. It came out a little while ago. There's an app that you can put on your phone or your tablet for brother embroidery. That if you are cooking dinner, for example, it will show you where you are in your embroidery.
On your phone app.
Well, it's an app, but on your pattern, so that if you need to change colors and you're trying to multitask, it will literally let you know and follow along without sitting in front of the machine, which is really cool.
Okay, so we finished quilting. So this is where we started, and this is the end point. The end point is also the beginning point of the next hooping. So I'm going to take this out and move it over. So I'm going to take these.
I'm moving your chair.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. It's not too bad. See this though? Look at the inside of this. Pretty hefty magnet on these things. But see how nice it is versus just having one large hoop, one large piece be the magnet? It really does make it easier.
Okay, so we're going to go across the, horizontally across the quilt. And so I'm going to take it, and this is where it started here. So I need to, for this point here to be there, or that point to be here, rather. So I'm going to take it and move it so that that point is going to end up in just about the same spot as this beginning point was right here. So now we're going to put our magnets back down, and I'm going to hold it right there. You can also move it a little bit if you need to get it straight. And these magnets are, whew, they're good.
Hi, Bonnie.
So I've just been very pleased with these magnets. They're just wonderful.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
Okay, so we're going to put this back on the machine now and do the second hooping. Right, I'm not going. So take it and slide it in.
Boy, I tell you, with these gaps in here, it makes it a lot easier to go underneath the presser foot.
Yeah, you have to have those. Thank you, Josh. All right, so you have to make sure that your quilt doesn't get up under your hoop too, because you have a mess there too. Well, wouldn't that be fun, guys? Unsewing all that. Okay, so I'll hit the OK button. Now I'm going to hit the down button, and I'm gonna make sure that my little slide lever is hit. So it's going to go green, and I'm gonna stop it. All right, as you see, it's not quite on there.
We're close. Let me get in. Let me move that so they can see. So we're not quite there.
So we're going to take this, and we're going to.
Excuse me, sorry.
And we're going to.
Oh no, yeah, you want to get out of there.
Yeah, I'm going to lay out. Oh my goodness, so I got to return it here just a second. Okay, what I've found that is that if I take this and
Well, here we got it.
let me go back to embroidery here, and I hit the thing. I have found that. Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to start yet.
no, I don't want to start yet. I have found that if I take my material and slide the fabric to where the needle is going to be going down, and put my magnet on it,
Just kind of lock it in place.
yeah, then it's lined up, and it's easy to do, and you don't have to do a lot of figuring and pulling and stretching and all that kind of stuff.
Right, because technically what you were starting to do is actually just move the
Right.
needle.
To where the starting point, but
That's
it's a lot easier if you do it like this. So it's ready to go. So
Hi,
we
Sheila.
hit our go button.
And Sheila, if you're just joining, we're doing some quilting in the hoop. And this is the circles and the stars. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Pattern, okay.
Yeah. Whoops, I didn't slide that over enough. But anyway, of course this is just a practice thing, and if you're doing your real quilt, then you're going to be able to get it lined up, and also you can print off the pattern.
I think it fell down here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, was that it?
No, that's you can take a piece of polymesh or something like that and sketch off your pattern. Then you can lay it on in your embroidery hoop to see exactly where it's going to be. Thank you.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say, even though this machine makes everything look easy, if you're going to get into the quilting and in the hoop stuff, practice. Same thing with practice.
Right.
Because just like everything, it does take some getting used to. But to be honest with you, I don't think it gets much easier than this.
That's pretty darn easy.
I mean, it really is.
It just takes a little time.
A little bit of tweaking.
Yeah, and it doesn't, like on that big quilt, when I was working on that one this past weekend, it just, you have to line it up right, and you have to make sure that you keep your weight off your embroidery unit.
She's talking about this quilt here in case you missed it earlier. We're able to come up here, so hopefully you guys can see the quilting done in here. She did this in the hoop. Which is very cool. Hi, Holly. Let's see where we are in the pattern. And what we've done, if you just joined, is that she's stitched this out, this embroidery design, this quilting design, and then with the magnetic hoop, she showed how you can just slide with ease, slide the quilt over, and just continue from the same your starting point will start where the end point
That's
left
right.
off.
That's right.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. Make sure you get that right.
You knew what I meant. I hope you people knew what I meant. We are almost done. So the idea is obviously, however big your quilt is, you would just repeat.
You just
You
keep
would
moving it
continue.
over, right?
And we won't have time for you to show us necessarily, but if you were going to do the next line down, I guess you would just start over the same way you did here.
Right. I'd line it up here at the beginning and line it up right under the top one, up right above it.
Okay, right.
And so then you go across the next row and then the next row until you get through doing it all.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so it's finished embroidering. So we'll say okay. And we're gonna pull this out. Get it past the magnetic hoops. So now this becomes your beginning point.
Yeah, this is your end point, but for the next
When I move the hoop over,
next section, you would start it where
right
you
there.
ended it off.
That's right. That's correct. So, but it's really easy to do. It looks nice, and it looks like you did it and had a long arm do it.
Well, right. And more people have embroidery machines than they do long arms.
Right.
Which
and
is
it doesn't
why
matter.
This is so nice.
Yeah, this hoop is a 7x14.
Yeah, it's huge.
But you can do it on a 5x7. It just takes a lot more time because you have to re-hoop over and over and over. But if you've got a larger machine, you got a larger hoop. Any of the machines will do it. All of the machines are capable of. You just have to have the digitizing of the design, such that you can start and stop at the same points each time.
Right. Well, so I mean, but you could technically, couldn't you? In my brain, I'm thinking, okay, if you've got all these different quilt blocks, for example, you could absolutely do the quilt blocks if you want different.
Right. That's correct.
Quilting on them and then piece them.
Yeah, well, you
still have to, because the quilting you'd still have to go over.
Right. Well, if it's a quilt as you go, you could do it by the block.
Quilt as you go. Right.
Right.
Okay.
All right. But like this one over here, those blocks, I'd have to do one at a time, and the designs are set up so that there are blocks as well as elongated and horizontal and vertical designs on it, so you can go either way.
Makes sense.
So
awesome.
The other thing is that people are interested in is free motion quilting, which is really easy to do as well. And
well, hold on. Easy to do for Barbara. No, actually, so again, with practice, it's not that hard. I agree with you.
Really, it's really not, and just takes practice.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to practice, then you can't do it.
Right.
But the thing about it is, my mother used to say, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
So if you just throw caution to the wind and say, I'm going to do this, practice it, and we're going to do some quilting classes and show y'all how to do the free motion quilting. And
yeah, so I don't think we have a date set for this quilting in the hoop, correct?
Right.
I don't believe we have that set, but so stay tuned because we will be doing this very soon. Barbara's going to offer this and what we just saw and much more, of course, in much slower detail in a class. So if you are interested, just stay tuned to our website or come in and hang out with us and talk to us because we want to get you that education. And we do have these in the store, correct? I think we just ordered.
Right.
Yeah, we just got some of these. So if you're interested, we do have those in stock, which is awesome.
Yeah. And then as far as the free motion quilting goes, I would recommend that you sit down and doodle with a piece of paper and a pencil. What it does is build memory.
Like muscle memory, right?
Muscle memory in your brain and in your hands.
Yeah.
And so another thing that is really a good thing to do is when you're doing these doodles. I mean, here's some doodles that I was doing just practicing. So this is like a paisley type thing. This is the like a serpentine type design. It's got little pebbles in it, and this is little pebbles here. This is a feather pattern here. I did several of those here. Now this one is a flower with swirls in it. And so if you sit down and do it like this, then when you get to your machine, your body's going to remember how to do it.
Yeah, I can literally say that I did exactly what she just said, and it really makes a difference. Because I've tried it just sitting down and just literally hitting the pedal and going, and it is not the same result as if you have actually practiced it. I mean, it's strange. It's kind of, you wouldn't think I can draw. I'm an artist, but there is something. It is the muscle memory, and it's almost like your subconscious is working for you. It's really cool.
You can also make these little sandwich quilt sandwiches that you can practice on. And so
It's probably kind of hard to see that. Well, yeah, and I can see it. Here we go.
put it under the light a little bit better. So I've just doodled on this fabric the different patterns, and so whenever I start sewing on it and practicing my quilting, then I'll be going over these designs that I've already just practiced writing in here with a fabric pen.
Right.
So it's
But
really
then are you just literally going to trace over them?
basically, yeah.
Right.
And then I'll also come over to other areas and just do like this one is just plain. I haven't done anything to it, and I'll just practice doing flowers and leaves and serpentine and stippling. Stippling is probably the most easy thing you can do, or the easiest rather. So, but make you some of these little quilt sandwiches to practice on.
Yeah,
It's just 2 pieces of fabric and a piece of batting in the middle.
Yeah.
And they're just super easy. You can also make large ones, like this one. I took it and put squares on it, this piece of fabric, and so you can just go from one block to
squares, yeah.
right, and you can just go from one block to the other, practicing whatever you want to do. You can even write your name in it if you like.
Yeah.
The first time I did that, Josh was like, "What are you doing?"
It's really, free motion is not that difficult, but it just, again, it takes practice. And I find that most people, when we come into the stores, whether I tell them to jump on one of these big long arm machines or even a smaller machine than this, they're very nervous. And I said, just do it, and then you'll realize it's not that scary.
Right. So it's just like I said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
So think you can, be positive about it, and know that we're going to be here to support you and help you with this, and so that you will be able to do it. And if you're afraid, we're going to say, do it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Barbara will make you do it anyway. So.
But we're going to have some quilting classes, some sewing classes. Those are already scheduled on the schedule for the Westport store and for the Clarksville store.
Yep.
And so we'll be putting the machine quilting in as a class as well. So, and also
or quilting in the hoop. That's right.
right. And we also will be having some scanning cut classes. Class 15.
Give me one sec, guys. Sorry, Barbara.
That's all
As you
right.
guys can tell, we are very busy in the store at the moment. Everybody wants to keep coming and talking to Barbara. She's very popular. So Barbara, thank you so much for showing. Were you going to show them anything else?
No, I'll be going over all this stuff in the classes.
Okay.
So sign up. I need 2 people at least in the class to have a class.
Yep.
And so, and if you don't want to bring your machine, and we can have enough machines here, we'll be glad for you to use one of ours. But you might want to bring your machine just so you get used to what your machine will do.
Yeah, maybe you adjust the settings or something in it, and it's better to do it on your own machine.
Well, another thing too, that you get used to hearing the sound of your machine.
Right.
And if something's going to happen, you can tell immediately that something's going wrong, that you can stop it, and so that you don't get a mess or a bird's nest or whatever up under your the thing. So it's fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, so edge to edge quilting class coming soon. Quilting in the hoop. And thank you, Barbara, for showing this demo today. As
Sure.
usual, I appreciate you taking some time and hanging out with me.
All right. Always glad to, Josh.
Awesome. We'll see you later.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hi, Judy. Hi, Jill. So, yeah, thank you guys for your patience, and hopefully it wasn't too noisy. Hopefully you could hear Barbara, because that was the most important thing. We do have a store full of people, so I'm going to run. But as far as those classes, again, sewbackauthority.com. Barbara's doing classes here at the Westport Road store and at the Clarksville store. We also have Quilt Quarters and Greenwood. We have 4 locations. So if you need information or if there's anything we can do for you, go to the closest location to you, because somebody there can help you out. So again, fabric sales. Let's see, what does this say? Norma would love a class on quilting with rulers.
Okay.
Ruler work.
All right.
Ask and you shall receive, Barbara says.
Yeah.
But literally, Norma, give us a call, because we can make that happen. In fact, there's already been some talk about a ruler work class. So a lot of people are interested in that. We did the virtual event with Donna McCauley, and it was awesome. So we'd like to do an in-store, in-person event now that the world is getting safer, hopefully, right?
That's right. Absolutely. That's great.
Yeah, but we are still being safe. But you guys come in and see us. So again, sewbackauthority.com, quiltquarters.com. What else? Let's see. Fabric sales galore, 25% off. Into bolt sales. Sign up for the emailer if you want more information. See, Thursday there's a scan and cut class here at the Westport Road store. There's spots left, so that's going to be a really killer class with Barbara. We've got Quilting 101 class next Thursday.
Right.
There's an heirloom class with Linda. Oh boy, go to the website because there's a ton of them, or give us a call or come in and see us because there's a lot of classes and we're trying to add more. Right.
That's right.
All right. Awesome. Well, I'm sorry to rush off. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Have an awesome day, and we will see you soon, but definitely next Tuesday. Take care, guys. Bye.